Hello there and welcome to the new channel.
Here to help you see
The new you.
My name is Carmine Ortega.
Dennis Calamba.
This is Nato Agbayani.
My name is Juan Lu.
I'm Chino.
I'm Trisha.
This is Apple Manansada.
This is Attorney Carlo Ibanez.
This is Attorney Sheila Santiago.
This is Angie.
This is Argamit.
My name is Dante Salama.
This is Jesse Francis Rebustillo.
I'm Dania Cunha.
Mon Mendoza.
I am Mapet Erhino.
I'm Leo Bryan. Mike.
Nice one, dear.
Sir Al Ian Barcelona.
Marvin Salazar. This is Sunny Haldon.
Heidi Lumainos.
This is Ivan Jude.
Patrick Geronimo.
Alan Perez.
My name is Erwin Ursua.
Mine is Bob.
My name is Lloyd Luna and this is
Future.
The Talk.
Family Business.
The Puppet Stories.
After Shift.
TNC Town Hall.
YOLO.
Marketplace.
The Home Buyer.
HR Hotline.
Danny Art Show.
Hotline.
Foreign Affairs.
COVID Stories.
Awesome Day Show.
Thank you.
Money and More.
Cybernext.
Women at Work.
Win Within.
Port Project.
The Big Picture.
Sometimes life lets you down and you feel that you are done. You just want a morning run because the fun is all gone. But sometimes life makes you proud when you look far and wide, when you leave the pain behind and see the brighter side. TNC gives you inspiration. TNC reignites your passion. TNC starts your transformation. TNC helps you see the new you. Sometimes life makes you blind and you choose something bad. You just wanna cry and hide and save your face from the crowd. But sometimes life makes you see the beauty in you and me. When you look up above, there is God and there is love. TNC gives you inspiration. TNC reignites your passion. TNC starts your transformation. TNC helps you see the new. We're here to help you see the newness of life. We're here to help you feel your hope is so real. You got the power to see. We'll help you see the new you. TNC gives you inspiration. TNC reignites your passion. TNC starts your transformation. TNC helps you see the new you.
The new channel. The new channel. The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following show are those of the hosts, producers, guests, and viewers. They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Good afternoon. We are starting early because I want to leave early also because there is a summit. Welcome to the new channel, here to help you see the new you. This is Jesse Francis Rebustillo, your host to this wonderful program, the HR Hotline. Yes, as mentioned, we are starting early and we have to make it fast because I have another event after this live stream show. It's a wonderful day and it is a Thursday and and we decided that on Thursdays it will be dedicated on what HR hotline is really meant to be for sharing of insights and for consultations and for job fair. I'm waiting for Dan to come in, but I can see here Virgie Mendoza. Hello. Hello, Virgie. You are one of those who will help me. You will be the consultant for today. Help me post your your responses, your insights, your sharings in the comment section. Virgie is currently the trustee of the People Management Association of the Philippines. Congratulations. Their induction will be on the 27th, and I will attend. And you know, Virgie for the longest time has been engaged with the PMAP Awards. Yes. One of these days, be with us and we talk about excellence because you are on it. Anyway, hello also to Donald, and also to Ami. I will love Ami, our concern for today. I hope you join us. And of course, Lemuel Gina Takba, Alemania. Hi po. Thank you for watching us. Some of those that I invited, they have they excuse themselves for today because yun na nga, we have an event after this. Anyway, so last time we had attorney Randall Tabayoyong. I forgot to give the number, but later on, I will next episode. He was a great guest. We talk about IR concerns. And he even shared that basic distinction between employer relations, industrial relations, if you have, no, employer relations for its management and employee, labor relations if it is management and the union, and industrial relations, it is management with all of this, including government. The reason why I mentioned that, because usually on Thursdays, when we discuss consultations, it actually nadadaanan eh. We refer to our employee relations policies. Anyway, before I continue, I mentioned also that this is the live streaming is also one way of updating us with friends, which is why I text friends to join me, and which is why I also greet people. I would like to greet Pinky Subaida. She is the secretary, the staff of uh, the the Professional Association of the Philippines, PAPS. She gave a birth, and it's a beautiful girl. You know, it's wonderful when you see that in your feed. It's a beautiful baby, and I love it. Pinky is now a mom, and I dot on Pinky. Also, I'm so happy. If you see my eyebuds, I watched the Biden inauguration in the US of A. I was clapping and I was crying. I love the rendition of the Lady Gaga. If you have some insights that I am just sharing my what I did for the past 24 hours, that try to join me if you are elated, if you're happy of what you saw last night. Actually, the live, because you know, we are actually 24 hours The difference is 24 hours with the capital, with Washington. So it was past 12 o'clock, and I was still watching it. I love the rendition of JLO and yeah, the entertainment and the poem. But of course, the speech of Mr. Bean. You know, I grew up in this country, and then we are a democracy, and so that is my mindset, and that is I am inclined to. I am a Catholic, so allow me to share that I was happy. I hope you are happy too. Ophel, you're here. Happy to be joining the regular live program. Yes, Ophel. Uh, and Ophel, if you can join us later on, I'll send you the link. We have a summit. We have a summit, and Femery is going to talk also. So let me continue. Before we tackle the first problem, but let me also greet. So I greeted Pinky. I would like also to greet my brother. My brother who has Alzheimer. I promised Chinga to always greet him so that he can listen to my voice. He's bedridden, and we call it in Bicol Baba, and that is actually an endearment. An endearment. He is our eldest, but Baba ko siya. The time that I was here in Manila, and every time that he was in Mindanao, he was in Visayas, and every time a planes comes into Manila, I treat him out. I used to be in Quezon City. I have to traverse the city just to meet him and to treat him out. And abusado yan sa akin. And now he has Alzheimer, and I miss him. So the live streaming is a way wherein he can listen to my voice. Okay, and I would like to greet my friends, all my friends. I hope we are all here. So let's go and then tackle the first problem that I have. It's actually a concern that was sent to me by my former student. I teach in PMAP, in the certification program in PMAP. So I have students and I have chat groups. So I asked them to send me their concern. The concern for today is this: what HR should do for employees who are legitimate. They are related, husband and wife. We don't call it husband and wives or husbands and wife. Ophel is there and she will laugh out loud. Husband and wife. The problem is, as I was told, it was a phone in. The problem was or is that the wife holds confidential information. And sometimes she brings it home because they are in the alternative working arrangement. So they come MWF, TTH, they bring, or I think it's 1 week in the office, 1 week at home. Now, the concern of HR is the husband is, this time, I was asking her, but she was not able to answer me if they have a union. The husband may see the confidential data. I'm very sure this is regarding maybe some decisions, or maybe this is regarding some compensation. And I'm very sure it's either the wife is with accounting or with HR, and the husband maybe is with operation. So that is what we are going to discuss. What are your insights regarding this? When I was young, I know that there was a policy, correct me if I'm wrong, with an airline that I think it is age, but I think they changed that already. But there is also a policy with a bank wherein they don't really allow husband and wife. But when I joined Inquirer, and Inquirer is a very progressive and very, what do you call this? The Ma'am Sandy manages the organization with a heart. And of course, they allow, you met in the company, in the organization. So you are with You're with budget, and the lady is a writer, and you fell in love, and then you're now husband and wife. So what will you do? Okay, so let me see if you have some insights that we have now from Virgie and Ophel here, from Donald and from Ami. What are your insights? Ano ang masasabing mo doon sa mag-asawa na nagtatrabaho sa isang kumpanya at ngayon naka-work from home at yung isa ay may confidential data? Yun. So, ang tingin ko, it's a matter of trust. It's a matter of trust. And of course, we have to be, what do you call this? Open. Si Ophel has something. Derek Claire, can we post what Ophel posted? Derek Claire, for many companies like the BPO, the next one. For many companies like the BPO, yes, can we have that? I am reading it. The BPO and shared services, family members are allowed so long as there is no reporting relationship in the office. Or that is difference. Of course, naman, you're reporting to your wife. Diba? You know, I can see, there are a lot of family corporations, mga Chinese especially. They have their, of course, they're being trained. The siblings or the sons and daughters are reporting to their parents. Diba? What are your thoughts on this? So Ophel is telling us that for many companies like the BPO and then shared services, family members are allowed. So pwedeng but no reporting relationship. So sa ibang department. Ami, hi, good day. Yes, Engineer Boyet. Yes, Engineer Armelito Garcia, I miss you in Pops, and we are friends in Facebook. Engineer, the concern that we're discussing, thank you for joining our Thursday group. The Thursday group is you use the chat to converse and you place your insight. Be a consultant now, engineer. Ang problema po, may husband and wife working in a company, and then one of them is having confidential data. So what are your thoughts on this? Ang sabi ni Ophel ulit, on the onset, HR should be clear in defining confidentiality of work docs. Totoo yun, Ophel. It seems weird since they are husband and wife, but this has to be clearly discussed. Yun na ang problema. Ophel, when it was face-to-face, it was, I had this experience. The bonus of inquirer, many husband and wife in inquirer, but they are usually, we assign them to a different department. But now that they are working from home, diba? And maybe they are working, they have their own laptops sitting together. What will you do if there will be some confidential matters? I already asked my student to phone into me. What they did was, the confidential data from now on are not brought to the house. I asked them, is that feasible? Okay. So, sabi dito ni Maricor is here. Sabi ni Engineer Garcia, yes, there are always, yes, no, kay Engineer Garcia muna. There are always advantages, but there are also disadvantages. May puso si engineer. Yes. Kasi siyempre naman, malay mo, the husband and wife are really contributing. Diba? What will you do because of because they have the relationship legitimate, ha? But of course, if it's illegitimate, we discuss it later on. Iba ng usapan yan. Pero legitimate, say you have a very a contributing engineer, and then you have the wife is working with HR. Don't tell me na after marriage, one of them will leave. That's right, Engineer Garcia. At sabi ni Hilda, hi, Pipi Jesse, in our organization, we have married employees working in different departments. Really have to trust them. Yeah, I told, yes, Hilda. Sinabi ko yan, Hilda. Trust them. Not to share confident confidential data while working from home. For example, they should use headsets when in a meeting so that others will not hear the confidential info being discussed virtually. You know, Hilda was a guest of mine 2 episodes ago, and they are actually fact set. Tama bang ako, Hilda? Tell me if I am mispronouncing it. That they are in a financial outsourcing. Now just imagine, kung chismoso yung husband and the wife is actually, I don't know if I'm telling it right, the wife is actually di ba you are doing consultancy for other businesses, and then you're also giving your now opinion, and then pwedeng kumalat, di ba? Actually, there should really be a policy on this, sabi ni Virgie. A policy on this, if the couple just develop their love for each other in the company, ay napaka-romantic ni Virgie, and eventually got married, they should be assigned in jobs where the confidentiality can't have any negative impact on the company. Alam mo, if you notice it, we discuss here in HR Hotline little things, but you know it actually is a big problem. These are kaya ganun sinasabi ko. These are woes of HR, right, Virgie? So so I'm waiting for somebody to give us ano ang tamang policy. So Phil, the same principle, the husband and wife must agree on using separate work areas at home. Nako, Phil, paano, Phil, kung mga one-room affair, mga kakondo lang? If possible, one in the living room and the other in the bedroom. Pwede. Pwede. Or a separate room if available. Kaya nga, may nagsabi ritong guest na we really have to check on the workplaces. May policy na dapat dyan. Different tables and agree that documents must be kept. I like it. Sacred. Again, seems strange for husband and wife, but this tests their integrity, not just at work, but also in life. True. But of course, a fellow will always say, yeah, ma'am, you trust us. We will not be able. But you know naman, tao rin yung HR, we always have that feeling of, we are not sure, we are not comfortable for what is happening. Maricor, there must be a clear-cut HR policy on ethics and confidentiality. Yes. 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 Maricor, you nailed it. You nailed it. You nailed it. So, it's not only husband and wife, but also siguro yung siblings, di ba? Pero ang siblings nga pwede kasi they might be living on a different residences. Pero what can you say about yung yung what do you call this? Yung alam mo nang mayroong relation, yung illegitimate. Yung illegitimate. Sabi ko legitimate na, yung illegitimate, and then still the same. Yung nakikita mo, parang kahit hindi legitimate. What do you call this? There is a sense that they are so close, and then you might be afraid that some confidential data may leak. Diba? Especially kung union. Louis here is nandito na si Virgin, nandito si Louis. Louis is the trustee of Visayas. HR must have clear-cut policies and confidentiality because it can happen to husband and wife, even good friends and BFFs. O diba, Louis? Kung tayo nagtatawagan, Louis, sa atin lang itong dalawa, at kay Ophel, sa atin lang dalawa. Sigurado ba talaga ako, Louis and Ophel, sa atin lang dalawa? In the BPO, employers were required to take a screenshot of their home setup talaga to ensure they have comfortable working space. Otherwise, HMR provides some recommendation on how to make it work. If this is not met, then the employee is required to work in the office and not at home. I love that. I love that. You know, ito nga, kasi we are now in different arrangements and we are talking of confidentiality. Nanganganak eh. So even with confidentiality, we have to ensure that the workspaces are secured. Preferably, if jobs are very sensitive, one should be offered an early retirement. Oo naman, Virgie. Oo naman, Virgie. Kung talagang, very sensitive. Diba? Say, sa banks. Oo. Ay, sabi rin ni Louie, siyempre walk your talk. Ito tayo, siyempre, yung iba talaga, in confidence, and you trust it. If you ask me, and I'm the CEO, I will check the sensitivity of the confidentiality of the matter. Even there are policies. This is coming from Engineer Garcia. Do not practice. Even there are policies, do not practice. This is in a long-term period. It might be abused. And if they are husband and wife, there will always be conflict of interest on their relationship to each other and to the company they are working with. Yun nga eh. Alam mo, Engineer Garcia, can I call you Lito? Or Armelito? Alam mo, Engineer Armelito, yun ang ano, the problem is, yung working from home kasi. The concern of my student is that, sir, baka makita nung isa. You know, I had this problem when I was in Inquirer kasi there was an officer, yeah, actually in IT. Tapos, yung kanyang husband, who is also doon sa cashier, is a member of the union. So, nagkakaproblema kami noon. Pero, you know, we trust our, yung, lady executive na hindi nagsasabi. But, you know, we still have, for highly confidential kung how much, ganun, hindi na namin sinasama. Kasi siyempre, union yun eh. Union. And that was years ago. But, you know, we allow that yung employment nila nandun pa rin. Okay. So yun. So, can you share with us a policy that might be used? A policy that might be used. A policy. Ito na nga, mga sinasabi na there is a confidentiality, it has to be clear, and might be that the policy that the husband and wife should be in different units of the organization. And at sabi nga ni Virgie, if it's really very sensitive, mag-offer ng early retirement. Especially if you are in an organization, the organization is actually handling or providing services that are deemed confidential. Diba? Yung mga BPO, yung mga, what do you call this, providers at source. Okay. So, included in this, let us move on further. Because this is now confidentiality. This was not goal, but I have also this in mind because actually this is a true story. What can you say of people na after resignation or after leaving the company, they do a similar job? What I'm referring to is I have a friend who used to work in a pizza company. After working in the pizza company, he left and he started to come up with his own pizza. Totoo ito ha. If you are somewhere there on the east, makikita mo ito. And it is now thriving even in this pandemic. Okay. Ano ang thoughts niyo dyan? May sinabi dito si Engineer Garcia, trust is still the key. Kahit naman dis niya asawa yan, kung gusto niyo mag-leak ng confidentiality, yung husband, pwede pa rin gawin yun. Asawa man o hindi. That's true. That's true, Engineer. So siguro talaga, there should be what you call, it is not only on the onboarding, si Ophel will share on this kasi si Ophel nag-onboarding. Dapat, you have to really check on really come up with a culture of trust in the company. I don't know, nandito si Hilda, nandito si Joanne. Can you share with us how you're going to really institutionalize that culture of trust, develop the culture of trust? When I joined the former Italicare, acquired by other companies since then, having designed the very first foundation training for a contact center in 2000, I had to make it clear to my husband that the training manual I was bringing home was to be kept confidentially. Oo nga. Can we go back to Ophel? I was not able to it was very clear about it from the start. Also, we have been asked to sign confidentiality agreement at work and ensured I kept it. Even how much I was earning was not shared with them. Thank you, Ophel, for that. Yes, June Sally is here. Wow, we have somebody from Jensen. We have some a wonderful consultant in Janssen. We have Louis here from Bacolod, and we have the seasoned HR sharing with me some concerns. Okay, let's have a break, and then we come back. We discuss that one of uh, somebody doing a similar thing from his previous job, and then we'll say goodbye. Okay, can we have the break, Claire? Direct Claire, can we have the poster so that I can invite them to log on? No, that one. The poster of the various shows of TNC. Wala si Dan Magallanes. Direct Claire, you're still looking for it. Anyway, so let us continue. Yes, I'm just trying to invite you visit or log on to the TNC, the new channel, so that you can watch the big picture down to mental shift. This is the best alternative that you can do because you can watch it in your gadgets. And always make sure that you are my lunch date Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Directly, can we go back? Because yes. So can we what do you call this post of that something from Hilda Cardenas? We have mandatory yearly ethics training. O yun. So for all those HR, because we're going to share this watching and viewing us, we have mandatory yearly ethics training to remind employees about our responsibility to comply with confidentiality. It helps the creation of a culture of trust and respect. You know, Hilda, one of these days, siguro sabay kayo ni Joanne, let us discuss how you are really going to develop that culture of trust and confidence. Because it cuts across all organizations. And Virgie, it can't be avoided, especially during this pandemic. One should be entrepreneurial. We are now talking, Ma'am Virgie, about yung the one doing the similar thing, di ba? Dapat di ba may clause yan? What is that? Compete clause? Oh, Phil, help me here. One should be entrepreneurial, so unless there is a holding period on policy, it's clear that no retired or dismissed employee can start a similar business. The company can't do anything. Diba? So yun nga, nag-resign siya from the pizza company, and then he started his own pizza. Added a little things. Hindi mo naman pwede maano eh. What do you call this? Ma-accuse of copying kasi siyempre naglagay na ng iba. Maglagay ka lang siguro dyan ng pork and beans. Nag-iba na yung pizza. Pero yun na nga, ang problema. Diba? Paano yun? You know, when I was in Inquirer, yung from Inquirer, then they go to a competitor. So there should be a holding period of at least 2 years before a separate employee can start a similar business. Non-adherence gives, I can go back to, I wasn't able to finish it. Non-adherence gives the company the right to sue the separated employee. Ma'am Virgie, nakakapursu ba talaga nito? Nagkakaroon ba talaga nito wherein the company really files a case against ano? Ang alam ko sometimes, they advertise it in Inquirer, yung mga notices na notice this certain employee is not anymore connected with us. But this is actually telling the stakeholders that they have to shy away or stop the relationship with that guy. Pero paano kung naggaya nga? Engineer Garcia, I love this that you are engaged with our ano kasi si engineer is an owner, is a developer, he builds houses. Ang mayaman yan na kaibigan ko. On our company, we treat each other as family, so we trust each other as a true family member. Confidentiality should always be kept within the family. It's almost like any responsibility and accountability of the husband and wife always behind. For each other, there's a need to always monitor, check, and balance the situation. No nga. But it's not negative, bro. Alam mo, HR, you're right, Engineer Garcia. You know, HR should always be on the lookout. You should not be the last one to know. Is the working situation delivers better or higher value to the company. Right. Pero you know, engineer, ang naano ko sa iyo, di ba, yung may mga design, kayong design mo ba ay are these patented? Can they just copy it, di ba? Mga ganung mga problema. These are little things, but you know, sometimes it's an irritant on what we are doing. I know for a fact I used to work with Fuji Reynolds, and you know, neighbor ko na nga, ang chismoso ko, no? Neighbor ko na nga. One of those na nakakadeal, mayroon na siyang sarili. And he's already, very progressive. Sarili na siya. So, ano kaya yung mga point na doon? Anyway, little things. Ethically, letting your previous employer know that you are setting up a similar business and seeking their blessing is the right thing to do. Oh, well, I love that. Oo nga naman. Kasi parang hindi ka mabigyan ng yung parang there is that intention that you would like to compete. Diba? Or even us, a lot of, I know her. So she came from a training agency and she has now her own training consultancy. I don't know kung nagpaalam. Ang mahirap nung kung pareho, ha? Yung pareho. I know, there is an ongoing. Kung chismoso ka, call me up, PN mo, may kikiwento ako sa inyo. Ang sama sa loob po. Naalala ko lang ngayon. Diba? Sometimes, you know, working, our career, it is a heartless career. Yung nagbigay tapos yun. Okay. So, sinabi natin ethically, if correct, many companies sets if this is not done, it leaves a negative impression on one's character. True. Nako, Ophel, maggawa ka ng webinar on this. Correct, many companies sets a 24-month non-compete clause for employees. Otherwise, one might be liable to a lawsuit. So, for all those HR listening, dapat mayroon. Okay. Then, very seldom, unless it created a negative impact on the original company's operation, loss of clients, being slump of revenue. Also, seldom naman palang talagang pinupursue. Then, we have Maricor. Great. Very seldom. Then we have Maricor. Great that the company produced an interview. I love you. Ikaw talaga, heart of Mama Mary. All the possibilities. Pareho ang puso namin. Oo ba? Diba? Let's just change our mindset as HR. Diba, pumasok ka doon at natuto ka. Diba? for many businesses. Ayan, Rina. Kasi Rina is a consultant of mga emerging and startup business companies. For family businesses, there should be included in their family agreement. Rina, you told me this. You taught me this. Ang sabi mo sa akin, constitution. Can we go back to Rina? Rina is a wonderful member of PAC. Guidelines must be set. Di ba, Rina, you told me when you were the guest, there should be constitution. I even told that to my sister. Actually, my sister or the family is coming up. We are constructing a hotel in Legazpi. Tapos, ang sabi ko, there should be a constitution because I was taught by Rina. Thank you, Sir Jess, for specially mentioning. Of course naman, I'm very proud of you. Not only for your singing engineer. Not only for your singing engineer. Tumakanta yan si engineer. But also, I'm so proud kasi he posts yung mga ginagawa niya. And these are very nicely done. And affordable price. I don't want to call it low cost. No. I would like to correct myself. Kasi nakikita ko, I came also from construction engineer. Nakikita ko na what you're doing is actually, yes, magaganda, maayos na mga buildings ang ginagawa po ninyo. And I'm proud of it. Maricor is saying, perhaps a company can invite former employees to be a partner. Yes. Rina, yes, sir. Family agreement or family constitution. Rina, you try to, of course, he will ask you to pay you. I will connect you with my sister na mag-come up niyan. Kasi ang sinabi ko nga, di ba siya yung may anak na pare? Nako, your son, the priest, cannot just ask the cook in your hotel for his breakfast. Sinabi ko. Phil, we all many skills we learn from the companies we join. Yeah. So it is about ethical to seek their blessing. Yeah. Oo naman. And yes, ideally, not directly competing. Phil, kilala natin yung mga tinitismis ko ngayon. Diba? Ang dami ganun yan. Sa mga training sa consultancy, dito ka natuto, and then you are now, ang sabi ni Phil, nagpaalam ka man lang. And then, ang mahirap nun, yung pareho. Of course, you cannot change it. Strategic planning. Pero gawin mo naman siguro, magdagdag ka ng isang word or two. O siguro, planning strategically a joke. That's a nice suggestion, Maricor. Pwedeng franchising. Right? Totoo naman. You know yung what Inquirer did when I was still there. Yung lahat, parang consultants sila. Even writers. You can still write and then contributors. So that hindi ka mag-iisip na you are now outside of the company and you would like to compete. That you would like to be. Yes, Rina, I will do that. Kasi my sister was asking me to do it. Sabi ko, it's not my cup of tea. Sabi ko, I will ask Rina to do it for us. Ismael, some companies are registering their processes for IPO. Yes. Totoo. For security purposes. By this, the employees can think otherwise. Yeah, that's right. So, yeah. He said, you're really a great consultant, June Sally. Unavoidable yan, Sir Jesse, but maybe at least different niche clients. Yes. Okay. So, what time? We only have around 3 minutes to go. Okay. So, for all my friends and then seasoned HRR here, next Thursday, mayroon na tayong concern kaagad. One is, this is very personal. The other one is, HR ito. Sabi niya, Sir Jess, can you tell me if I'm going to leave? Please be ready with your insights. Sabi ko, why? And he's asking me, what are the factors that I will consider if I'm already going to leave? O diba, lahat tayo mayroon kanyang problema noon. Sabi ko, I will ask my friends to tell us. The other one is, ito totoo rin to. Phone in ito. I have a student ko ito sa ECOP. I also teach in ECOP. Yun nga naman sa kanya. Sabi niya, Sir, just up to now, sabi niya, I have 2 senior managers who are not anymore doing their jobs. What will I do? So yun ang problema natin. So let us try to conclude what we discussed. To yung problem natin ngayon to yung concern, to yung issues. Okay. One is husband and wife. The other one is having confidential data working from home. And the other one is an employee who leaves an organization and is now doing a similar job. So I would like to hear your parting messages. Alam may parting messages na sa consultants natin. Okay. Okay. So Rina, kay engineer, we have few employees, husband and wife. Husband is a purchaser and accounting, his wife. Husband is foreman, his wife is landscaper. Husband is driver, his wife is our kasambahay. Ang mahirap doon, engineer, yung dong husband is driver, the wife is kasambahay. Kasi machichismis yung mga kinakain, yung mga chinichismis mo. Alam mo ang number one source of even here in this in our subdivision, you befriend the kasambahay and the driver. Now if you get their confidence, they will tell you ako kasi chismos ako. Apply the principle of co-responsibility. Where is this? Marie Core. Apply the principle of co-responsibility, partnership, collaboration to expand and diversify the business. Apply the principle of co-responsibility, partnership, collaboration to expand, diversify the business. Ito, Marie Core, correct me if I'm wrong. Di ba ito yung ginawa ng San Miguel? Nung San Miguel? Parang yan. Tumawa si engineer. Di ba ito yung ginawa ng San Miguel? Parang they become already partners. And that is actually the principle. Di ba yung kanilang mga nag-early retirement na mga detailmen, naging parang nagkaroon sila ng program. And I think that was recognized by PMAP before. I remember. I can recall. Dapat ganun. Dapat ganun ang lahat. Yung para bang the conclusion that we can have is that for anybody who's leaving the organization, tell me if what I'm telling is correct. Dapat hindi natin kaaway. Diba, usually ganun ang mindset eh. That is the traditional mindset na pag-alis ng yung parang bitter ka na umalis, parang you're the HR, you're the manager, you're bitter. Parang ang treatment mo, kaaway mo na. Hindi. Kasi naman on the other hand, you give the opportunity, you empower the person to really be aware of her potential and then be proactive on what he's going to do. Tapos, magtrabaho na siya. Pero yun nga, mahirap niya. Kasi sabi nga ni Ophel, natuto siya doon. Diba? Kaya nga ako nag-join kaya nga ako nagturo, kaya nga ako nag-join sa training agency, natuto ako. Now that I think that I can be on my own, then I do it. So, I think, saan ba dapat, Ophel, ang unang sa relationship? The one, yung iniwan o iiwan? Alam mo, ang term ko niyan is the one who is ascendant. I think management HR should be, dapat, kasi ibabalik mo yan, magbabalik siya eh. Thanks, Jessie, for inviting me to participate in discussion. Ma'am Virgie always join us on Thursdays, and schedule kita. You'll be one of the guests also. Okay. Trust and respect of your previous workplaces, again, it tests our integrity. Yeah. Alam mo ang mahirap yung you cannot go back to the organization, to the company that you work with. Kasi nga, I don't know kung sino yung bitter, I'm looking for the right term, na parang it is thought of na when you left, parang may masama. Diba? Always a choice on how we want to be remembered by previous work and workmates. Yeah. So you see, very simple yung situation, pero malalim ang ating discussion. Thanks, Jessie, Francis, for the opportunity to be part of your program. Congrats. Yes, June, you always be with us kasi one or two or couple of suggestion. Kasi this is recorded, June. We share this and nakikita po yan. Nakikita po yan ng the lead com of PMAP and my students are actually watching it. And then they read your insights. Namimiss ko lang dito si Grace, but she has a webinar now. Okay, so thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It's for at 12:44. At 12:45, I promised myself to leave. Ophel, Virgie, Ami, Engineer Garcia, see you again on Thursday. Rina, Hilda, and Joanne, and dami nating i-share. And then I'm waiting for other lead co members to join us so that we can learn from each other. Learn from each other. This is actually the intention of HR. That's why it's an hotline. And you know, if you notice it, we are discussing here some mga issues that sometimes you don't want really to discuss. And let us share it to them so that we can have, what do you call this? Give directions to our uh, colleagues. To our colleagues. So again, there is what you call a transformation summit later on. And thank you very much. Thank you very much that we had a robust discussion. So again, let's have a policy on confidentiality, a policy on how you're going to deal with working arrangements of those who have legitimate relationship in the organization. Then let us come up with interventions to develop that culture of trust, the culture of transparency, and that the culture that I think it's culture of discipline. That you know your role. Each one knows his role. If you are not supposed or it's adverse to the organization you're working with, don't do it. It's loyalty to the institution. It's actually your loyalty to the organization that embraced you, that at the moment of the time fed you. Diba? So tama si Ophel. Tama yung lahat na sinabi. Have that ethical. Yung para bang magpaalam ka. And make sure that the mindset is not actually to compete both sides, but actually to appreciate. Sinabi yung kanina ni Virgie at ni Maricor. Appreciate that you are blessed. Kasi nadaanan mo eh. There is an agree that trust and integrity are good foundation. If an employee has this in his set values, he will avoid competing with the previous organization. Yes, Hilda. Diba? Kasi nadaanan mo eh. Parang it's a miracle. Sa dami ng kumpanya, bakit dito ka nagtrabaho? It's part of your life. It will not be good if you're carrying luggages because you're not doing what is ethical. Huy, ang ganda nung ating diniscuss. Kasi tingnan mo, nakapagbigay ako ng magandang conclusion. Thank you very much, my friends. Allow me to say goodbye for now and then see you again on Thursday. Diyos mabalos po. Ito po si Jessie Francis Rebustillo. Claire, tapos na po tayo. I think Claire is already engaged in the other event. Claire, can we... Claire...